Yo, welcome back to Containing Luxury. On this episode, we're going to be discussing the top 3 places you can stay on Airbnb to check out some single 20-foot and 40-foot container homes. Let's get started.
Start it up.
So, we did some research, and single 40s and 20s are really tough to find on Airbnb, but we were able to find what we think are the top 3 that you should check out if you're thinking about building a 20 or 40-foot single unit to live in. It gives you a really good idea of what the space is gonna feel like and a great opportunity to figure out what you do and don't like about other people's builds, get some ideas, and check them out. So if you haven't, we'll have a link in the description, but there was another, I believe his was 3 containers? Two down, 1 up in Jupiter that we toured. We'll put a link in the description for that Airbnb unit here in Jupiter, Florida. And then also at the end of the video, on like the what's it called? Transfer screen, I guess, or something, we'll have another video at the end where you can click on that to check out the tour of the one that we did tour here in Florida. Blake no speak good. Number 3 that we found is a single 40-foot container that actually Levi Kelly, shout out to his channel. That dude's been repping some sweet, cool tours of places all over the country. Hopefully he'll give us a shout out as well. What's up, Levi? Containing Luxury. Don't forget about us, man. Anyway, 40 foot. This one is in Keller, Texas. It's a single 40-foot unit, and the only reason this is number 3, it looks like a super clean build, but the only reason it's number 3 is it doesn't have a ton of penetrations in the side, so it doesn't have a lot of natural light. But this will also give you the basic build idea of, hey, could I get away with only cutting a couple of windows in? And it's really left as a pretty open floor plan. So I think this is a good one to be able to tour, check it out, and say, hey, you know what? I can actually keep it pretty basic and still enjoy living in the space. So I think this one is definitely gonna be our number 3. Now, if we go to the description, okay, so they say it's a renovated 350 square foot, which I don't know how unless they converted where the doors were opened up into additional square footage, because 8 by 40 is 320 square feet. Maybe they're including the deck outside as additional square footage, but interior space is definitely under 320 because you do lose a little bit of the square footage on the inside. So it should be closer to like 315 square feet. That might have been a typo, unless they're including that deck. But anyway, it's a single 40-foot build, looks pretty clean, pretty simple. It's a great idea of what you can get away with not spending a ton of money to build out a 40-foot unit. So that's gonna be our number 3. If we skip ahead to number 2, this was one that we found that is in Carolina Beach, North Carolina. And this is another single 40-foot unit. It's a little bit updated, a few more penetrations in the side. Looks like it has some good natural light. And I just really liked the design they did on this. It's pretty simple and minimalist, but I like the modern touches that they used inside this one. So I think this is definitely gonna be our number 2. It gives you a great idea. It's just like one step up in the build quality of that first one. So I think this is one to check out, plus Carolina Beach sounds pretty nice. And if we go to our description on this one, this says, located a short walk from the beach. These modern container homes offer everything, so maybe they have a couple here, offer everything a couple or small family could want for fun surf trip or beach vacation. And these do say architectural spaces engineered 320 square feet. So these are the proper square footage. And they've got Wi-Fi and parking and whatnot. And it looks readily available. So that seemed like a pretty cool build. I think that's one definitely worth checking out. And if we skip ahead to our number 1, there's a couple reasons I chose this as number 1. The biggest one being it's off-grid. And off-grid is not an easy thing to achieve. If you're a contractor, you understand why. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this, and virtually being able to get water into that unit. They're incorporating a composting toilet, and then they're using solar as their energy, which means they have a battery backup system. So they spent a lot of time and money engineering the system to be completely off-grid. And the thing that I love about this one is in the description here, it says our converted shipping container cabin has a wood stove, sofa bed, kitchenette, writing desk, record player, patio, fire ring, that sounds dangerous and awesome, yoga platform, 30-foot waterfall, and a hammock. It's off-grid with solar power, a compost toilet, and gravity-fed water system. It's on 20 acres and sits 2 hours north of New York City. You can you can hike the Catskills out the back door. So that's really cool that this is off-grid. There's a 30-foot waterfall on the property and it's sitting on 20 acres. And you're only, what did it say, 2 hours away from New York City. So this seems like a great place to be able to get away, still go check out some cool stuff, but really peaceful, serene environment. But I love the fact it's off-grid. It's a little unit. You're talking 160 square foot being a 20-foot container. But this one just was a major feat, you know, just getting this unit into that place. It looks heavily wooded, so I know that they went through a lot of time and energy coming up with the designs to really achieve this, so much respect to that one. This one's $232 a night. I think for off-grid living and 20 acres, 2 hours away from New York City, that seems like more than fair. But it's a great opportunity to see, can you function with a composting toilet and an off-grid system if that's something you're looking to achieve. So that's why we chose that one as our number one. Anyway, that's all we got. If you guys want to check out any of these homes, make sure to check the links in the description. We'll have it listing from 1 to 2 to 3. Also, we'll have the link in the description to the 3-container house in Jupiter that we toured. And pretty soon here, we might actually even have our own Airbnb on there for Texas. But we'll see. It might just stay my house. But that's all we got, guys. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications. And Containing Luxury will catch you guys on the next one. We out!